Isaac, you've only been here for 11 of all the Coach Bennett's wins, but what was the scene like in the locker room? He came in and had to put a towel down on his seat here.
Yeah, so Coach Bennett came in there after the game. We were all sitting down, acting like everything's normal, just like his normal post-game talks, and he just started chatting with us. And JG and Pop were behind him, and they had the Gatorade jug, and y'all probably know what happened after that. He got drenched. So it was just a cool moment. I'm proud of Coach Bennett. He deserves it, and he's one of the best for a reason. So once again, I'm really proud of him, and I wouldn't want to play for anybody else for sure.
I asked Coach about your kind of pulling shots a little more freely here lately. He said he told you to take the parking brake off. What was that conversation? What was his message, and how have you kind of acted on that?
Yeah, he just told me to be more aggressive. He kind of feels that sometimes I'm not taking the shots I should, when they're there. So Coach Bennett has trust in me, and, that makes me really happy to hear that from the head coach, that he wants me to shoot more. I'm sure a lot of people would want to have that problem. So, I'm just trying to be more aggressive each time we come out, and I'm getting more and more comfortable every single game. So, I'm just going to keep letting them fly when they're there, and credit to my teammates for getting me the ball in open spots.
Isaac, how would you describe the team's just reaction to what happened at Pittsburgh defensively and just kind of the challenge from Coach Bennett over the past couple of days?
Yeah, Pittsburgh, especially the second half, I think we gave up 40-some points. That's not good at all, especially for us. We're known for our defense. So we, the past 2 days in practice, we really bought into our, the pack line and everything, and just reiterated the simple points of the defense. And I thought we had 2 really good days of practices coming into this game, and I thought the defense stepped up for the most part tonight. Still got some things to work on, and we're going to continue to get better every single day in practice. And looking forward to the next game with Carolina. That should be a good test for our defense for sure.
Coach Boeheim is known, and his program are known for that 2-3 zone. This was your first game against it. What's different about that than other zones you faced, and what was your comfort level with it? Because it looked like you did well.
Yeah, the Syracuse zone, it's a lot different, especially than the high school zones I faced. They got real length, especially the bigs on the 2 wings. They really come out. So it's really different. I've never seen anything like it. But once you get in the high post or in the sweet spots, and they've made a good job. JG, Ben, Reese, all of them in there in the high post area did a good job of kicking it out and finding shooters. And I just try to find the open spots for them. And I was thankful to make 4 threes, I believe. So it's a good game. And Syracuse zone, it's different for sure. But Coach Bennett did a good job in practice getting us ready for it.
I guess in a game when you know you need that to have a couple of threes against that zone, when you see Armaan come out and make his first 3, then you make a couple. What's that do confidence-wise?
Yeah, definitely. I think if you see the first shot go down, the confidence goes up for sure. So I was thankful that first one went down, and then it was up from there. And like you said, Armaan played great tonight, made his first 3 threes, and that really got us going, got the energy in the building. So if you're knocking down threes against that zone, it's really good, and I'm glad we were able to make some threes tonight.
Isaac, you talked about tightening up the defense after what happened in Pittsburgh, but Coach Bennett also kind of questioned the effort, the alertness were his words. What was practice like with that in mind, and how do you think you addressed those 2 areas?
Yeah, he in practice the past couple of days, he was really honest about effort, like you said. If we weren't giving 100% effort, and he can tell, if you're taking a play off, he can definitely tell. So the past couple of days in practice were really intense, especially on the defensive end. We did a lot of defensive drills, getting the gaps in the pack and everything, just reiterating those points. And, I think it got us ready, and I think our defense was a little bit better tonight.
Thanks, Isaac.
Yep.
All right, questions for Armaan. Carolina, then Mike.
You know that you're going to have to assist buckets against Syracuse, but do you see a kind of fervor with someone like Kihei? He had 11 assists today, where it's kind of a challenge that you have to make some of those more difficult passes in and out of that zone?
Yeah, he's not the tallest in there, so it's kind of hard throwing it in there sometimes, but other times you can throw it high, but just being real sharp with your passes, trying to get it into the high post and Kihei's in there, it's really important, so they just don't get their hands on the ball, but they got a couple hands on it early, so we just had to clean those up.
You guys got a lift from some of the threes from Isaac. Coach mentioned that he's told them to take the parking brake off. You're an older guy. You've got that confidence shooting it. What do you tell him, if anything, and what have you seen from his confidence and development?
I just tell him to shoot the ball. Honestly, that's all I can tell him. He knows he can shoot the ball. We all know what he can do. It's just a matter of him just stepping up and not passing up shots. So I think he did a good job of that today, and I see him taking some more shots as well, difficult shots. So I'm happy to see him shoot the ball.
Yeah, Isaac, just tell us a little bit about the post-game scene with Coach Bennett in the locker room. Just what's it like being a part of, some of those wins, 327 is a lot, just being part of this program and getting to know Coach Bennett?
It's a really great feeling. The energy in there was great. He had the water bath after the cold water, which is pretty cool. But just being able to be a part of some of those wins for a great coach like him, and I'm just excited and glad I chose to come here and play for him.
Great. Yeah, Armaan came out and hit your first 3 threes tonight. And then I think even last year against Syracuse, you had 17 points and a couple of threes. What is it about going against that 2-3 zone that's good for your game?
When you like to shoot threes, this is probably one of your favorite weeks coming in. Knowing that you got good, teammates that can work well inside the high post and find you whenever you off the ball moving when they get into the middle. So a lot of shots before these past couple days. Just make sure seeing the ball go in, and it started going in early, and just try to keep it going.
Armaan's second half against Pittsburgh, guys were getting taken off the dribble. They were getting to the rim. Coach questioned effort and alertness on the defensive end when he came in the postgame after that. How have you guys addressed it, and how do you think you guys responded today?
Try and be more gritty and more tough second half team, knowing we're going to win it on the defensive end, even though sometimes our shot's not falling like it was for a period of time in the second half. Just being able to lock in on that defensive end, pack the paint, get out to shooters, and just being all around solid defensive team in the final stretch.